Hello everyone, this is a Notifier SFP-1024 fire alarm control panel. These were first produced in the mid to late 1990s and are a rebrand of the Firelight MS5210UD, which was part of the Firewatch 5000 series. The SFP-1024 is a microprocessor-based conventional fire alarm control panel with 10 initiating zones, 2 signal circuits, 2 programmable relays, and a built-in communicator. The SFP-1024, or the MS5210UD, was the largest and most advanced of the Firewatch 5000 series of panels, featuring a serial annunciator interface, a NAC relay expander module, a printer interface with upload-download capabilities, as well as an expanded programming menu. So let's jump right into this. For the demonstration, we have a couple of devices here on the table. These include an MBG12 pulse station, a system sensor I3 smoke detector, and the signals are system sensor Spectral Classics, a P1224 MC horn strobe, and an S1224 MC strobe. On top of the panel, there's an AFM-16A annunciator. It's got 16 alarm zone indicators, but this panel only has 10 zones. The AFM-16A can be used on a wide variety of notifier panels, from the System 500 and System 5000, all of the AFP panels, the NFS Onyx panels, and even some of the fire warning panels, the NFW100 and NFW2100. All of those panels can use all 16 points, but for this panel, it's just using the first 10. On the floor, we have a couple more devices. Right here is an LED 10N annunciator. These were designed specifically for the SFP-1024 and the 5210UD. It features 10 zone indicators, general system indicators, some operator controls, and a key lock to enable them. As for other devices, we have a BRG1 pulse station, a system sensor 2100 smoke detector, and a system sensor Spectral Advanced P2W. There's also this RA400Z remote annunciation indicator that's connected to the I3 on the table. So there's a couple of devices on this demonstration, so let's begin with a quick walk test. To enter walk test, you need to enter in the code. So enter mode and enter the walk test code. And the codes are the same on all panels. You can't change them. Now the panel is on walk test, and there's also a trouble indication. All of the signals are synchronized with this system sensor MDL module. So let's begin. Try to open this with one hand. The keypad display indicates the last zone that was alarmed, which was zone 1 in this case. As a quick note, none of the annunciators indicate any alarms during walk test, besides the trouble. And that's it for walk test. So to exit, just go back to normal mode. And that's it. Back to normal. Alright, now to test the system in general alarm. Then we have audible silence. The MDL continues to provide strobe synchronization. So now, let's test the smoke detector. Got alarm on zone 2 now, and it shows on both enunciators as well. So we'll reset the pulse station and air out the smoke detector. Then we'll go down to the floor extension devices. There we go. Close this up. Down here now, audible silence is still active, and the RA400Z is lit because the I3 is an alarm. So now let's test these. So we acknowledged and silenced from the enunciator. And the AFM16 is a bit different. You have to silence the piezo on it directly. It doesn't acknowledge from any other device on the system. So now we'll test this detector. And instead of an alarm condition, it will be a supervisory condition. So there's a supervisory indication now, and the zone 4 LED is lit. So we can air that out and then reset from the enunciator. Okay, it should be good to go. Fairly quick, and the system is back to normal. While we're down here, you can demonstrate the drill function on this enunciator. You can also initiate a drill from the main panel by entering a code, but this is a bit simpler. And that's that. You may have noticed the classic and the spectral advanced horn did take a second to synchronize. That can happen when using the MDL, but after a couple seconds they did finally synchronize together. And may not have been too audible, but one of the NACs on this panel is set to march time, even though nothing on this panel is connected to that signal circuit. Other than that, that concludes this demonstration. Now let's take a closer look inside the SFP-1024. From the outside, you can see the display with the keypad and LED indicators. It's the same one as used on the Firelight MS5012, MS5024, and MS5024UD. Like those panels, the SFP-1024 has its own modes. They're pretty much the same as the other Firewatch panels. At the very top here are all the 10 initiating zones, the 2 signal circuits, 2 relays, and the auxiliary power. This card right here is a NAC relay expansion module. It adds 2 more signal circuits and 2 more relays. Over here is an LED 10IM interface module. This provides the serial communications for the annunciators on the system, the AFM and the LED 10N down there. There's also a slot here for a printer interface module. Right here is the firmware chip, some phone lines, piezo, battery connector, AC input with a circuit breaker, and the transformer connector. The transformer itself lies behind the circuit board. There's an extra slot here for a second transformer, which adds additional power to the system. The programming interface on the SFP-1024 and the 5210UD is a bit different from the other Firewatch 5000 panels, although the programming code remains the same. So there's 4 levels of programming on this panel. Level 1 is the basic programming mode. This is to program the zone types, signal codings, relay types, the phone numbers for the communicator, and other basic system options. Level 2 sets the event codes and transmission formats for the communicator. Level 3 is for programming the option modules, like the LED 10IM and the NAC relay expander card, as well as the printer interface. Level 4 is for upload and download functions. The panel's configuration can be uploaded or downloaded locally at the panel, or by using the phone lines. So, while we're here, we can real quick do a lamp test. And then we can get back to normal. And that's it for the Notifier SFP-1024. These will be discontinued by the mid to late 2000s. They can still be found in some places nowadays, but are slowly getting replaced with more modern panels, like the SFP-10UD or MS-10UD. If you happen to acquire one of these make for excellent conventional control panels, with the added bonus of a built-in communicator. While the SFP-10UD or MS-10UD are great modern successors to this panel, they tend to be quite expensive on sites like eBay, while the SFP-1024, in comparison, tends to be a lot cheaper. While this panel is older and has a less detailed display, with the right option modules and perhaps a booster panel, you can have many of the same features as the modern panels, with a smaller footprint and an annunciator that can be used on many other Notifier panels. In any case, if you have any questions or comments on the SFP-1024, feel free to post them below. But until next time, have a nice day.